Hey, what up? It's your boy Vince and Steven again. Last time we talked about girl problems. This time we're talking about going to school in a different state, thousands of miles away. Just doing what you got to do in another state, handling
You gotta
business.
trust me on this one.
All right. Well, I live about 2,800 and something miles away in LA, California. One of the most beautiful states you could live in. And people ask me all the time why I leave that state to go to school in Indiana, where there's really not a lot of things to be at. Well, there's a lot of choices you gotta make in life. That aren't gonna be that are gonna be difficult, and you just gotta go with it and do what you have to do in order to succeed in life. How do you feel about this?
Well, see, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, which is X amount of I don't know all the miles and shit, man. But for me personally, why I would have to. I mean, it's not really that hard of a decision to make. I mean, I'm from Baltimore, where not a lot. I mean, there's a lot of nice things going around, but if I had to pick between Baltimore and anywhere else to go to school, man, I'm not going somewhere where people getting shot up for no reason and stuff at college. So naturally, it was an easy decision for me to make. I came up here, and yeah, he said, it's not a lot to really do around here. It's no walking around places. It's more of a, like when last semester we had a car, but walking
Chris,
around.
shout out to Chris.
Fuck that nigga. No, I was just playing, bro. Much love, but not really any walking around things to do. Like,
And when you can't do things like that, walk around, about here's like 30 seconds away, all down the street. You can't do stuff like that. You gotta improvise and go to the rec center. Bowl. We have bowling here. Things like that. You gotta figure out what's going on around your school. School activities. When they're always serving food, because I love food. We're all food fanatics, and it's just you gotta figure out what's going on around your school and just go at it. Live in the shadows, or in your dorm all the time. I mean, there's things you gotta do, and you gotta live life. Don't make college seem like a bad thing. You gotta make a good thing out of it, and that's just how it is.
but I will say this. Obviously, an advantage of going to school in your own home state is you know where places are already, and you already have friends and things like that near you, so to speak. So up here, I mean, that may prove to be a challenge, meeting new people or whatever. I mean, for us, it was kind of easy. I mean, you get to know your roommates first. So I got to know my roommates pretty well, and we really got along, as you can see. And they really make it easier. They really make it easier for you to live up here in college, especially if you're living on campus and you have to abide by the school's way of life.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be. I mean, if you're on a sports team, it might be a little easier for you because you get to know your teammates and things like that. But when you're just on your own and you're just moving to the school to go for academics or anything like that, you're not a very social person. It's gonna be kind of hard, to make friends sometimes. I mean, there are a lot of people here that can go to you and talk to you, or they're very social people. And if you're not, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Just you're gonna have to come out of your shell a little bit. And I mean, I really haven't met anybody that's pretty just shy. I mean, everyone's pretty outgoing. It snows a lot over here, but once the sun comes out, yeah, there's a lot of people outside throwing the frisbee around, football. What else were they doing? Going to the games like basketball, lacrosse, soccer. Nobody really watches soccer, but I mean, it's cool to watch sometimes. Just to be outside in the warm weather. Because we're always indoors when it's really cold, and it's just fun to interact with other people, even though you may not know them. You just gotta give them a chance. You gotta risk a lot of things, and hopefully it works out for the best. And that's just how it is.
One thing I like about college compared to other what would you call it, branches of learning, different school, whatever levels. There's not really any social groups, like anybody can hang out with whoever they want to. It's not like this guy does this thing, so we don't like him type thing. I mean, if there is, I don't know of it, because I mean, I'm pretty much cool with everybody. I mean, if you like me, I like you. That's kind of how it is. I mean,
Yeah, it's how it is. I mean, and we go to a really small school. I mean, it's Indiana Tech University. Shout out to you. It's a pretty medium-based school. I mean, you could. It's just like a bigger high school. There's about 40 students, I'll say, to a classroom. Sometimes a lot less. And teachers are real nice, and they'll talk to you, and they'll help you, da da da. But you just you have to take risks with everything. Just go out to people. If you're not, go out of your comfort zone and just go talk to people and go to the games and interact with people that you normally wouldn't do, or just try new things. It's one of the easiest things you can do. I mean, there's so many possibilities of what people are looking for and what you have to give. So if you're gonna do something out of your comfort zone, even though it may feel wrong at first, it can be a great thing in the end.
Growing up, I was sort of not really a quiet guy, but I generally kept to myself more than other people would. I didn't really want to talk to anybody, especially like in elementary school, then middle school. High school, I started coming out of my shell a little bit. I started interacting with people. So the first step, you got to make that first step, because not always. I was lucky enough to have like somebody come up to me and say, "What's up?" And then from there, I opened up more. And I gained myself a friend, and my circle opened up as I met their friends, and then I made friends of my own. I mean, not everybody's going to be lucky enough to have that guy walk up, so sometimes you have to be that one to make that move. So up here, first, like I said, I met my roommate Frankie, and we hit it off. We were close, man. Still close. I don't know where he is, but we came close. Then I got close with Chris and Vince, who are my other roommates. And I mean, it was easy from there. I mean, just as soon as you start opening up to people, it's great. I mean, he can tell you, man. I ain't really like anybody last semester, man. I don't want to talk to nobody, but I eventually just said, whatever, screw all. Whatever I'm going through, like just open up to people, man, and I did, and I got great friendships out of it.
Yeah. We're two totally different people, but we understand the same things. Like, he's more of a quiet dude. Me, I don't get embarrassed at all, so I'm more of a out and open. I'll be loud. I don't care, and me personally, I can go up to anybody and just talk to them, but it's just the fact that if I want to. And I mean, most of the time I want to, but I like to keep to myself sometimes and just relax, do what I gotta do. But other than that, you gotta, if you're an out and open dude, just go and go at it. Just do what you gotta do. Be loud, be funny, whatever your little thing is. Mine is I'm funny, but sometimes I'm not, and they'll laugh at me or with me. It's either way. It works either way, and I don't get mad or anything. I mean, it takes a lot to get me mad, so most of the time I'm laughing with them. And you just gotta go at it. Make your friends, do your thing.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What they gonna say? Don't talk to me? I mean, nobody does that. At least I don't know people who do that. I mean, if you oh wow,
man, it's life.
Well, from my experience, people, I mean, they may avoid you, but they're not just going to blatantly tell you, I don't want to hang out with you, like, I don't want to be friends with you, I don't want anything to do with you, I hate you. Like, I've never seen that before. I'm not going to lie and say I can't believe it would happen, because I've met some pretty mean people, but I don't know if they would go that far, but I can probably see it happening. Like, he just said he does it. Like, I don't even know that, man. But, hey, man, whatever. For me, personally, if you make that, effort, you can't really lose with it, man. I mean, worst case scenario, they don't want to hang out with you. Whatever, on to the next person, man.
I mean, one bad person can introduce you to like 10, 20 other people, and it'll just grow, and you will learn to, you have friends here, and you'll be able to, go study. Like, studying, that should be an easy way to make friends in your class. Like, hook up with classmates and just be like, hey, like, I need help with this, da da da. Even if you don't, you just want to talk to them, and it's a way to talk to them, use it. I mean, sometimes you gotta improvise about it and just use things to your advantage. It makes things a lot easier. That's how things work around in college. When you gotta make friends.
Riding with you, they gon' fucking miss you, nigga.